Hey Frugal friends! I had a request to make a video for fried tacos. We use any meat we have literally on hand. I've done it with every kind of meat that you can think of. Chicken, elk, deer, antelope, pork, beef, whatever it is. What I'm using tonight is pork. I don't know if you can read that, probably backwards. Shredded. So I got a pork roast. It was one of those shoulder butt things on sale, and I had thrown it in the freezer, and I think it was around $8 for the roast. It was a pretty good sale, and I cooked it up the other day, and we had pork for dinner, and then I froze it into these bags. And if you freeze it flat, if you kind of flatten it all out when you put it in there, this thaws out really fast. But I'm throwing it in the crock pot anyway, so I will show you that. This has actually been cooking for about 3 hours now, maybe 4 hours. You don't have to cook it that long. I just throw it in there to warm it up so I don't have to worry about it later. But this is one bag, and all I put in there was some taco seasoning, and you can just do one packet. I buy it in bulk, so I buy it in bulk and sprinkle what I feel is good enough. And then I put about, I don't know, half a cup to a cup of homemade salsa. You can use whatever salsa you want, and then I just stick it on low and let it cook all day, and I don't have to worry about it. Now if you just wanted to make a real quick meal, you can just throw one of those bags of that frozen meat into a pan and throw your seasoning in and just kind of let it come to a simmer, and it would do about the same thing, but this just makes it convenient for me. I'm prepping the toppings, and I just want to show you a little trick. I went ahead and shredded the cabbage up and put it in some aluminum foil. This will help it keep for a very long time. And then the cilantro, and I had bought lettuce and everything at the same time, so I was just getting ready to go ahead and wrap all of that up as well. Air, get it nice and, I wouldn't call it sealed up, but nice and tight. There you go. And that keeps it for a very long time. And if you don't want to have to look in it to see what it is, just go ahead and write lettuce and cabbage and cilantro right onto your aluminum foil. Go ahead and make some rice to go with this meal. And you know me, $1. This has actually been okay rice. It's kind of different, but it tastes really good. So we've been enjoying that. I think I bought like 4 bags of that. Found it on the clearance aisle. So about a cup of rice, and then we rinse and soak our rice just to get some of that starchiness off of them. Okay, and I'll just fill that pot. Okay, I'm only going to soak it for about 5-10 minutes, no more than that, and then I'll rinse really good and get them started. Was just about empty. There was just a little bit left in there, and I had just a little bit of this sour cream left. So I am attempting to put it in this bottle, and I'll probably add a little bit of milk and shake it up and see if that works the same. I'll keep you posted. Together, I chopped up just a little wedge, about that big, of a bell pepper, and then a little bit of carrot. This will actually help add some color and flavoring to the rice. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of homemade salsa in there. No onions, of course. So everything I show you, you should probably just go ahead and add onions to it, because I can't cook with onions. But here is some chicken-based seasoning that we use. I'm going to put 2 of those in there, like that. And then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of salsa in the water. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw those right in. Sometimes I saute these in a little bit of coconut oil first, but I'm not going to tonight. Every last bit of that, right? Yeah. Add a couple tablespoons of coconut oil, which I already stuck in there, and then I went ahead and poured the rice in there. And you use the same amount of water as you do rice, plus just a little bit of water. So I just add an extra splash of water, a little extra than the amount of rice I put in. So I'm gonna bring that to a boil and then show you what I do after that comes to a boil. So give her a quick stir, and then put your aluminum foil over the top and get it down real to the edges and leave kind of a dip in the middle, because when you put this on, it's gonna blow up. Just like that. Okay, it's gonna let off a little bit of steam and then it'll slow down. And then I turned the heat down to a low. So here's my big frying pan, and I put some oil in there, just about that much. I don't know if you can see it. The sun is coming through the door and it is gorgeous, even though there's lots of snow out there. It's beautiful. So I don't completely fill it up, just enough on the bottom, a nice layer. Use whatever oil you want. I do not recommend olive oil for this, but any other oil will do. Vegetable, coconut, you know I'm a fan of coconut oil. But tonight I am using vegetable oil because I have it and it's cheap. And then I went ahead and moved my crock pot of meat over here. I don't know if it'll focus on that. So that looks pretty good. And this is, about a pound. Probably about a pound of pork. And I've got my corn tortillas. You can use white or yellow. I just happened to get these because they were like $1 a bag at Safeway recently. And the rest is ready to go. And that is the goodies for the chickens, of course. Only put about a tablespoon of meat per taco. Just kind of spread it on there. I'm getting these ready while the oil's heating up. Not heat. That's getting hot. Feels really close. So only about a tablespoon. Not much. You don't want any more than that because then it all just falls out and it kind of defeats the purpose. Alright, let's put
Smells
a couple
really
of these in
good.
here. Doesn't it smell good? Kylie's helping me here. Alright, so just kind of fold it and pinch it and set it down in right away, otherwise that thing will crack. And you hold it up for a little bit and get the bottom kind of flat and cooking a little. And then move it to the side and put it on its side, and that will help it stay in a nice fold. Same thing with this one. I'm going to turn that down just a hair. You don't want it too hot, but you do want it hot enough. I didn't hold that one down long enough. That's okay. We're good. Okay, turn that down. That's too hot. Smells pretty good. That one broke a little. Real balance with these things. This guy's frying up. I would say about 2 minutes per side, give or take. But right around there. They look pretty. Okay, that one. This one. Flip that lady. Yep. You can hear it. It's a little bit crispier. You want them crispy. No, so the ones aren't quite ready. Alright, I got those pulled out of the grease. I got another batch going. And I am just going to add about a teaspoon of cheese to each one while they're still hot. So it can get all melty and yummy in there. But it doesn't take much for these. It really doesn't. A tablespoon of meat, a teaspoon of cheese. And that tablespoon you can fudge and do even a little bit less. Doesn't even take that much. I just have plenty of meat tonight. Because I've done this meal with as little as, I don't know, like a 1/3 pound of meat before. And I'll still get 11, 12 tacos out of it. We're doing 16 tacos tonight just because we have plenty of meat. That pound goes a long ways. Alright, I'll let those melt a little and then I'll add the rest. kind of drained on the rack a little while because you don't want them to get soggy, that's for sure. And now I'm going to fill them. And I just pre-make all of ours. And I think that's part of helping with that is, with the frugality part of it, is proportioning it all out. So I'm putting cabbage in here. Stuff as much as will go in there. That's your main item besides the meat. On there, and we're garnishing the tops with some yummy, yummy cilantro. Gotta have cilantro. Although some people are get sick by it, or are allergic to it or something. So if that's the case, don't use cilantro. But we really like the cilantro. It's yummy. And then, last but not least, and fresh limes are better, but this is what I've got right now, so I douse these with some lime juice. Looks final product, and I'm gonna dish up for a certain hungry person. Wait. Hey, come back. Hey, come back. Don't you want more?
No. No.
Okay. All right. Taste tester.
The meat always tastes the same.
No matter what meat we use, huh? It just tastes good. You got it dripping down your face.
Mm.
Does it pass the test? How about the rice? Good enough? All right.